So, now that you're here, we have a mission for you. Jaja, the big TV star in India, defeat him. He sends radio waves through TV that steal people's souls. Somehow they infect the brain, and this poses a serious threat to the world.
Wait a minute. I don't want to go to India.
Welcome back to the Game Room, the most wonderful show on Earth, except for maybe the Great Space Coaster with Gary Gnu.
It's even better than Siegfried and Roy.
How's this? The chief's been sending all his data to Dr. Guinness.
Dr. Guinness?
But we do have a giant hamster.
The hamster of death coming to oppress us all.
Some people like to say that's a squirrel, but, it's not.
The hamster.
It's a hamster.
Shut up! Here's one of the most asinine intro movies of any video game that we've ever seen.
Fine. Then why don't we let it decide? We'll let Maken decide.
This is us, by the way. We're Destro. We're one of the Cobra Commanders.
Yeah, we infiltrated the system.
Chief
Not too bad for an artificial brain.
Say it like you mean it.
Say it like you mean it, bitch! Wow, I took an elevator all the way down here, and I'm just now realizing that I'm actually going somewhere.
By temporarily transferring the psi of a human to its artificial brain. After receiving the stimulus, Maken will build up its own world of psi. As a result, Maken will become a mindful entity with its own self.
You've been studying, haven't you?
I'd like to work here one day.
Hey.
Castle Kwanzaa.
Yes.
The Research Institute.
These are the blueprints that Destro used to get in here. As you can see here, it's a first-person game. It's not like your usual first-person shooter game like GoldenEye or Half-Life or anything like that. This game is completely different. You actually use a sword or
the bat
fan
back
or other things.
Taser. Use a taser.
Use a taser, yes. You can use all different, you basically brainjack people, as we said, and, basically whatever weapon they have is what you can use, but they're always like, some kind of bladed or, some kind of sword weapon. And here you have these bad guys that shoot rockets out of dragon-looking things.
Attached to their arms.
Yeah, which is pretty interesting because you can actually knock their rockets back at them. Like you can play baseball with them and blow them up. Funny thing is they turn like black and red when they get blown up.
Oh, there's the X.
There's the X.
Now we're taking X and going to the rave. And the techno music starts out immediately after you take X.
Oh, it's good music. The music in this game is really good. Luckily, there are a plentiful supply of health power-ups throughout this game because it is quite challenging.
And here we have the Bill Schumacher bad guys with roller skates and spandex.
Yes.
With cat match.
Uh-huh.
And there's that Russian guy with the big jaw. And again, you start every fight, and it's just like, you're going to your local disco, your local techno, whatever you want to call
Each weapon has a charge up attack that's a little bit more powerful than the regular one.
Also, each character you get has different attributes.
Yep, and there's a blocking
That's
move.
sketchy right there.
That's real sketch.
Very odd game.
Well, the simple fact that you've never seen anything like this. I mean, the story isn't,
good,
totally believable, but I mean, it's interesting. There's still interesting parts of it.
I think it's funny.
And the game is fun, and the music is great.
This is the Air Force One scene where, by the way, they just let this guy onto the airplane.
By himself. That giant plane, he's on there by himself.
How did he get his tongue through the metal detector?
You have our thanks for flying the deadly skies, and, by the way, prepare to die.
What service? They must have just put him in coach. She's like threatening his life.
And he didn't think it was sketchy at all that, he's on this giant plane by himself. It's like a big luxury plane. Yeah, and you can see here that we've already brainjacked the Russian guy. Now we're brainjacking the flight attendant who has a taser pull thing. And this is the sequence where you brainjack mad fools. Now you can see here, you can lock on to your enemies. And that's the only way you can see how much energy they have left, is when you lock on, you see the little red and yellow bands going around. That's his energy.
Anyway, there are some puzzles in the game, but not many.
And the graphics are good.
They're not bad. I mean, it's
Some of the textures are in the levels are uninspired, I guess is the right word.
notice here they're giving this guy's BJ rank.
Yeah, rewind that if you missed it. Yeah. Here's some more of the Joel Schumacher bad guys.
BJ referring to the Brainjack level.
Yes. And your rank on the top right, you have a rank, and that's how powerful you are. And those little like purple balls that you pick up after you kill somebody, those add to the rank.
Lord knows every time I pick up purple balls, they add to my rank.
Yeah. And they make you stronger and healthier and good. What is with that?
What is with Japanese schoolgirls? I don't...
Like they all have special powers over there.
I'm Kei Sagami. I'm 16 years old, and I attend Jusei High School.
It's so bizarre, you have to play it. That's what we're getting at here. So go rent it. I don't know if it's a
Rent
purchase.
Logan's Run along with it so you can see how bad it is.
What do you have against Logan's Run? Really, what do you have against Logan's Run? How
Just rent the movie, people, and you'll agree with me.
the people have glowing stones in their hands which start
Bye.
blinking when they turn 30.
Bye.